Hi everyone, welcome to Maxxcell. Today we will discuss everything that you need to know about the IELTS exam. Alright? The IELTS, that is the International English Language Testing System, is an English proficiency test that is taken if you want to either study abroad or work abroad. Alright? Now, this test can be taken by native speakers as well as non-native speakers. Now, when I say native speakers, I mean people who come from English-speaking countries. That is, you could include UK, USA, Australia, and Canada even, for example. These are countries that have English as their first language. All right. Non-native speakers, on the other hand, are people who come from countries that don't have English as their first language. So those could include India, China, Africa, even a lot of the Asian countries in particular. All right. Now, talking about the IELTS, a lot of people wonder, how did this come about? Who owns it? Who goes through the entire conduction of the exams? Let's discuss this here. So we can see that the IELTS is jointly owned by IDP Australia, the British Council, and Cambridge Assessment. Now, Cambridge Assessment that is a part of the University of Cambridge. All right. IDP and British Council are the bodies that conduct the IELTS exam through more than 1,100 test centers and locations in over 140 countries. So they conduct these exams basically all over the world. Coming to the very important part of it here. This is a major confusion between people. Okay. The University of Cambridge now, this body right over here, the University of Cambridge, has prepared this exam, the IELTS, which is a proficiency test, like we discussed. Now, they needed someone who could conduct the exams for them. So they have IDP and British Council who are conducting it for them. Okay. Now, IDP and British Council are the same in the sense that they conduct the exam in the very same way. There's no difference per se. The only difference is that in some countries, both are accepted, like both conduct the exams, whereas in some, it is only either IDP or British Council that conducts the exams. For example, in India, we will see that IDP conducts the exams here. All right. It used to be under British Council first, but as of now, IDP conducts the exams in India. All right. And there is no major difference between the way they conduct the exams, the way they correct the exams also. There's no distinction between them both. Okay. This is a common misconception between people. Now, second, problem that people, I think, have to decide is which exam do they need to answer. So there are two modules. All right. We have the general, that's here, and we have the academic. Now, when do we answer which one, or which one do we need to answer? If you wish to work abroad, okay, if you wish to work abroad in any professional setting, you would need to answer the IELTS general module. Okay. And if you wish to study abroad, now your study could include your graduate, your postgraduate, your PhD also, you would need to answer the academic module here. Okay. Now, whichever you decide is up to you. If you wish to study, you have to answer the academic. If you wish to work, you need to only answer the general. In case you want to work and by mistake you answer the academic one, they will not accept that score. Okay, because the marking and the type of the pattern is very different between both of them. So you need to be sure of which one you want to answer before you register for the exam and before you answer the exam in general. All right. Next thing we come forward to is the scoring system. Now, the scoring system here is through bands. Now, these bands range from 1 to 9. So you see from 1 to 9. Okay, that could be from 1 to your non-user through 9, that is your expert level. All right. In between also, if you get a score is accepted, but above 6 would be a very good score to get. All right. Now that also depends on the requirement of your professional place or your institute. every place has a requirement that they will need from every person who is answering the exam. All right, so you need to get your score as per what is asked of you. Okay. Now let us talk about each of the modules that you will be answering. Okay, so you will be answering listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Okay, we'll just discuss a little bit in brief each topic. More in detail, we will discuss throughout the series. So now, the first one we have, so this is in order, okay? This is in order of the exam that you will be answering. The first one that you have to answer is listening. Here you will have to listen to 4 recordings and then answer the questions that are asked. The recordings are of native English speakers and the duration of the test is 40 minutes. So here you have 40 minutes, 40 questions, okay? And you have to listen to the audios and answer these questions, all right? Secondly, we come to reading. The Ielts reading test requires you to answer 40 questions and is designed to test you on an array of reading skills. You would have to read for gist, main ideas, details, logical arguments, skimming and figuring out a writer's attitude, opinion, or intentions. Now, for reading, the academic and general module are very different. For academic, you have a different set of a pattern to answer, and for general, you have a different set. We will discuss these further as we go through the reading series. The next we have is writing. Now, writing requires you to complete 2 tasks and covers topics of general interest based on the module that you are taking. Here again, academic and general vary. Okay, there are different tasks for both of them, which also we will discuss further on as we go through the videos. All right. Time limit here is for 1 hour. Okay, similar to reading, you have 1 hour for both. Lastly, we come to speaking. That's number 4. The Ielts speaking test assesses your spoken English skills. The test is recorded and conducted in 3 parts. Here, the main intention is to mark and to judge your speaking skills. Okay, you have to be very fluent when you're speaking. Your pronunciations need to be on point. It also assesses your grammar and your vocabulary. All right, the test is conducted in 3 parts. Now these 3 parts we will discuss in detail, like I said, further in as we go through the videos. Coming to the most important question, or the most frequently asked question that is there. How many times can I give my Ielts exam? You should know that there are no limitations on taking the Ielts exam. All right. You can attempt the test as many times as you want till you have acquired your desired score. In case you need a particular score that is asked to you, you can answer the exam as many times as you want until you get that score. But keep in mind that you have to keep registering and you have to keep paying a very big amount to answer that exam. So instead of, keeping it in mind that, oh, I could answer it again, it would be great if you made up your mind, prepared yourself, practiced, and answered the exam and taken your best shot at getting your desired score at once. That would be the best thing you could do. Okay? So yes, there are no limitations on taking the Ielts exam. You can take it as many times as you want. All right. If you have found this video useful, do share it with your friends. And any queries related to the Ielts, you can contact us. Thank you so much.